Hey guys, how's it going? So I made some videos a long time ago about DMC. I think it was only like two or three, but I had another video on another channel about a tutorial for Dante. I just learned something. Okay, so there was a couple of rumors or speculations. I don't know if anyone's really put any time into it yet and testing it. I just thought I'd bring it to you real quick. I just found it myself. There was a lot of speculation going around that old things from Devil May Cry 4 wouldn't work. As you do know, there is no ecstasy, which is the rose from DMC4, because you don't have, Lucifer anymore. But there is one thing, and this is mostly for style people who like to go really stylish or do combo mad videos. If you don't know yet, if you haven't played around with it enough, or if you haven't got the game and you're looking at getting it, there's a couple of things that you need to know about how Dante's actually changed. One is Trickster dashes just dashes everywhere now. Oh, the thing I like about the PS4 version, or just the DMC5 in general, is when you're in the void, the training room. They actually put a training room in now, which is really good. So you don't have to have, a PC and mod things or go one mission over and over and over and over and over to practice things. So back to what I was saying. What they did with Trickster is they actually changed it up. Is you can just dash around now, like, infinitely. Normally you'd have to do this. I can't do it anymore. You'd have to do something like that, constantly switching from Trick and Royal. To keep using Trickster to dash around a lot. But now you can just kind of dash around endlessly, which I actually like as an addition. For me personally, doing this was always a challenge. It still is. I can't even do it consistently like I want to. Back a little bit. That was always the thing for me, so I like that they added you can just kind of dash around now freely. Another thing is they actually slowed down how fast. I mean, you can still switch really quick through. You can switch really quick through your styles still, like you could in 4. But the cooldown time, except for Royal Guard, is a lot more. It takes a little longer to activate than it did in DMC4. In DMC4, you could do this and then Trickster right out of it immediately. I'm kind of mashing to get it to come out, but that's the things you had to. You could just press it though. You could do this press and you'd be out of it. I guess you kind of can still, if you time it right. But I've noticed that things take a little bit longer to actually respond. And that brings me to my next thing is, they changed Gunslinger a little bit. As you can tell, you have this, 3 round bursts now. If we go to Swordmaster, we just get 1 shot of each. Now when we go to Gunslinger, like I said, they changed some things. You have a 3 round burst and a single strong shot from Ivory. And they changed gun time up. Gun time, I think it was just if you pressed it, press circle quick enough, I think is what it was. You would get, this right here. But now you either, while you're in Gunslinger, you have to press circle or square then circle really quick. I find it easier to slide. But you have to do that now, so that gives a little more thing. I mean, you still, when you do it, you can still do all your different moves. I haven't tested it much. I'm not sure if you can still. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like you can do it anymore. I was never good at it. I think it was, yeah, like that. Yeah, I can't do the reversal. I don't know if reversal's still a thing. Yeah. It's not looking like reversal is a thing anymore. Which I never really learned how to do, but it was something nice. I'm making a video while testing. Yay. Anyway, back to what I was going to say is, like I said, they changed some things up, and I want to get to the main point I was making the video for. Like I said, you don't have ecstasy to do, you know, like Lucifer jump cancels. But they added something in here. Again, this is mostly for people who do style videos, combo mad, or if you're a player who likes to just play the game and play really stylishly, because I know there was a lot of players out there who did that. They actually added in ecstasy. They added in a rose, but it's hidden. So what they added into this game is all the characters now have an air. Excuse me. All have air taunts now. And Dante's is awesome because they gave him ecstasy. They actually gave him ecstasy to jump cancel with. I think you can jump cancel it. Let me try. Yeah, you can. So you could throw the rose. Oh, I guess you can't. Hold on, let me try. Alright, I think I messed up. Can't do it right now. Okay, yeah, you can. If you're close enough, you can jump cancel the ecstasy still. I don't know if there's any properties to it like there was with, you know, ecstasy canceling in 4, you know, to get the Lucifer glitch. I don't know if there's anything like that anymore. I haven't tested it enough. Like I said, this is actually my first time really testing things. So what I was going to come back to say is that's one thing that they added just for people who didn't know. So another thing that I was wanting to say is there's kind of a little bit of speculation saying you can't skyrave anymore or starave anymore. There's a small difference for those who don't know. Skyraving is when you do a star rave. Okay, so let me explain star raving first. Star raving is when you switch from trickster to swordmaster, and you instead of doing this, because you'll eventually mess up, especially if you're trying to. Okay, so that's kind of the basis for star raving, but in 4, you never really had an enemy that's just gonna sit there like that. So when you would star rave, you would do this. Oh, I messed it up. Okay, so that's how you star rave. I need to find a way to actually get people to from my old channel where I had a Dante tutorial from basics to advanced. I really need to get that back so I can put it on the new channel or at least tell people about this channel. All right, so you can still star rave, which is awesome. And like I said, there was speculation and people. I kind of like when I'm seeing people stream who are just kind of playing around with the game, or the people that I've seen play that are playing Dante exclusively, that are just playing Dante missions. They haven't tried to do it, or they've said, well, how the inertia system works now and all that. It's not the same. Well, I want to tell you. The inertia system is still there. If I can get it right. Get your butt up. I messed it up. Come on. Alright, so I can't jump cancel that. And the inertia system should still be there. Come on. I mean, you could still do this and get the inertia. But there's a... I've done it before. Alright, the jump cancel's actually stopping me. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's how you do it. That's right. You actually gotta hold the direction now. So you still have your inertia system, but you have to actually, instead of doing it from cancels, you actually have to. You actually have to give it your inertia now. Like you have to give it momentum to actually work. But that's a new added thing for us. Is normally we would back and forth. We would have to do a bunch of mishmashing of. Okay, I gotta. If you wanted to do a certain, let's say if you wanted to do this, trick up, and then do that, you would actually have to do it in a certain way. So you would keep the momentum of the inertia. You would keep your inertia to go behind him and, keep flying behind him and set up for bigger and better things. So we still have our inertia, and a lot of people are saying we don't have the inertia system, and it leads us to not being able to skyrave anymore, because that was kind of a thing, was skyraving. Well, I'm glad to tell you, we still have star raving, right? Guess what? We still have our sky raves. It's still a thing. We still have our sky raving. It's a little more complicated than I would like it to be. But we still have it. We still have our sky raving. It's kind of hard to get down. I'm having trouble with it right now. But there we go. But we still have our stuff. So this is just me kind of putting a lot of like myths that are going around about Devil May Cry 5 right now, that we don't have the Dante we're used to. Like I said, I've only seen it a couple of times being said. No, we still have our Dante. We can still do our insane combos. I mean, like I said, I haven't gone and been able to, practice everything. I've only been playing Dante. I only played him for Dante missions. That's all I've done so far. And that I found this out just from playing around with him in the Dante missions. Just trying to see if he had any kind of remembrance, like familiarity. Because like I said, a lot of people were saying this is not the Dante we're used to. This is a completely different feeling Dante because of the whole the RE2, the RE engine. I said RE2 because that's basically what it was based on. But, I mean, with the whole new RE engine, it's not on the same engine. So, it doesn't work like it used to. But I'm proud to say, yes, we still have our Dante. Things are a little more complicated. Not gonna lie. Just give me 1 second, guys. We still have our Dante, though. Yes, I will say this. If you were learning DMC4, and you had some small trouble with Dante. Let's just say you had a little bit of trouble with the main man, the myth, the legend, Dante. If you were having trouble with him, yes, there's going to be a little bit of a barrier for you. if you were having trouble with him in 4, but you still wanted to learn him in, 5, there's still that barrier. I mean, that barrier is always going to be there. Not everybody can be Donguri, one of the best Devil May Cry players, or another Devil May Cry player. If he still plays, you should follow him on Twitch. Is 2B Power. He's another really good Devil May Cry player. I mean, there are so many more. I mean, there's what's his name? Dang, I can't even think of his name. Delusionary Killer. Vash TSP. 95% of the Japanese Devil May Cry community. I don't know all their names because most of them are in Japanese. But we still have our Dante that we know and love from 4. He's just a little more... he's actually a little more complex now than he was in 4. Because they've added new weapons. You've got Cerberus back now that has new forms to it. You have the new... this new motorcycle thing. I mean, that works really well with Swordmaster and gives you even more moves. I mean... You have a new way to do round trip. I mean, you still have Dance McCarver. I mean, you still have all that stuff. It's just a little different now. But I mean, we also still have our, we still have our full house. Here, let me go back to the. We got our full house, and we got this new one, Faust. I mean, you can get orbs from it, which is really cool. You can probably farm orbs right here. Oh, that takes away orbs. If you do it too much, it takes away orbs. Nice to know. But I mean, in Gunslinger, he even can do things for you in the air. I mean, it takes some practice, but I mean, even with Dr. Faust, you can do things in the air. I mean, you got Cody A, and you got the Carolina Ann back. There's people who could do crazy things in 3 with Carolina Ann, and now we have her back. I mean, we have so many new things to play with this Dante with. And for him to have added, all this extra stuff to him, it's amazing. So I don't want, old players or new players who have seen the combo mats and then see this new system and say that you can't do the things you're used to doing with Dante, because you can. We still have all of our stuff. I mean, it's insane that we still can do the things we're used to doing. It's awesome. It's a whole new system for us to explore. Now, I did have a request. I should have mentioned this at the beginning. A long time ago, someone asked me to do a tutorial on staraving for 4. Well, 5's out now, but you can still translate this to 4. Alright, so staraving. Like I said, essentially you're switching from Swordmaster to Trickster to Swordmaster to Trickster. Now, the secret to staraving and skyraving is you don't jump cancel after the Trickster. That's one thing you don't do. Wow, that enemy step is big. That's a big hit boss. But that's the one thing you don't do. I wonder real quick. I'm gonna try something real quick just to be. Okay, so. Well, you can kind of still. You can still kind of guard fly if you do it yourself. But the essential thing is don't jump cancel on Trickster. Jump cancel on Swordmaster. That's how you want to jump cancel. So when you're doing it, it's like. And the best part is you can see my inputs too. So as you can see when I'm doing it, I'm sliding. There's a trick. You can slide your fingers from X to circle instead of... That's what it looks like if I'm pressing them kind of simultaneously like this. Just slide. I mean, it's... I mean, you can still do it, and that's like I said, just slide. That's a slide. Oh, hey! Did a guard fly. Haha! But I mean, that's all you gotta do is just slide. Whoops. Trying to do that too, see if you can actually do it real quick. Whoops. I'll figure it out, or someone else will figure it out. But yeah, you can still, you know, that's the simplest thing to star raving. I mean, you can still do it. You can still do this. It's slower, but it's slower. It's not like it was in 4. But you can still do that. I mean, like I said though, but that's the simplest thing. Just remember, when you're star raving, cancel on Sword Master. Make sure you're jump canceling on Sword Master. And for those who don't know what jump canceling is, I made a tutorial on it. But just to be on the safe side, if you don't feel like going to watch that video, jump canceling is when you hop off an enemy and you reset your moves. So if I do that right there, yeah. It brings us to the ground. But you saw me. I jump canceled it. I can do 2 now. I mean, you could probably cancel it before it even hits. Yeah, see? I did like 3 of them. There you go. I mean, you saw what I did. Just... There's 3. There's 2. So jump canceling is when you reset your move. So normally if I jump, I can only do like 2 of these. 2.5. But if I jump cancel it, get in the air. I can jump cancel it and get myself more. But, I mean, that's all jump canceling is. And you have to have enemy step, by the way, to jump cancel. But yeah, it's just so you can reset your moves. I wonder if I can still do that. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's that way. Oh, I don't have release in the air yet. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, just boom. I'm jump canceling it. You can hear it, but I mean... There, I'm jump canceling. There you go. That's jump canceling. It's just enemy stepping off an enemy and just keeping your stuff going.
Come on, show me what you got.
But there you go. That's what it is.
Are you?
I mean, that's how you jump cancel, and that's how you starave, and you can still do it in this game. So, I'm sorry this video ran a little bit longer than I wanted to. I hope you enjoy, and if you want more Devil May Cry, because I'm going to be playing the crap out of this game, figuring out Dante, figuring out Nero, figuring out V. I want to figure this game out. I'm in the prime of Devil May Cry 5 right now. I kind of joined in as in at the DMC4, but I'm at the beginning of this, and I have prior experience. I understand what these characters are capable of doing. So if you have any questions, want to see any kind of videos, any kind of, missions, let me know. I am not scared to help you out. I'm still learning the game. I'm just practicing it, learning it, figuring it out. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you thought this video was entertaining, leave a like. If you want any kind of help, tips, or if you want to see another kind of video explaining any kind of tricks or things you don't understand in the game yet, comment below. So until next time, I'll see you.